Good morning. It's our letter from home. Hey, I want to emphasize this coming Sunday, our last Sunday at 424 North Lovers Lane. And it's going to be a concert of praise. And you are one of the instruments that will help us harmonize and lift a great chorus unto the Lord. I know it's going to be a time of great joy. So I encourage you to be thinking, reflect, whether you've sojourned with us for a long time or a short time. Reflect upon what God has done in your life over the months or years that we've been together as the family of God. And make it a point to minister to one another, but above all, to lift our blessing of praise unto the Lord. It's going to be incredible, and the joy will be great, and we'll even shed a shared tear or two. So I look forward to seeing you this Sunday. God bless you. We love you. Mwah.
Hi, friends. Well, I left my coat on today. I'm so excited to look up into the hills and see the snow, feel the rain falling down. Thank you for all of your prayers. We've been praying for weeks, and God is so good and so faithful. And what a beautiful time that we get to see all this amazing rain coming down. So thank you for that. And I want to share about some fun things that ahead coming this Sunday. We had an amazing group of people come forward who had this really cool idea to do a walk of faith on our last Sunday at the North Campus. So what that will look like is meeting in front of the Grace Cafe right after the second service is completed and taking the 1.5-mile walk down to the new property. You can handle it. It's not that far. And you don't have to run. You don't have to race. You can go at your own pace, and you can pray along the way. You can talk to your neighbors walking with you. It's just going to be a wonderful time to prepare our hearts for what's ahead. And once we get to the new campus, we're going to have a little bit of a time of prayer, have a song, kind of bring it to a close. And we're just looking forward to what's ahead. This is going to be kind of one of those moments that we start preparing our hearts for all the amazing miracles that really are coming our way, because the Lord is doing this, and we're excited about that. So I would invite you to join us if you're able to. I know many of you have signed up to help pack up the remainder of supplies at the North Campus. That will be happening at 1 o'clock at 424. So for those that are already planning on that, thank you in advance. You know, that's the last big hurrah up there, and we're going to get it all loaded up and done. So again, for those that can join us on the Walk of Faith, please do. John and I will be in that pack. We're looking forward to that. And for those that are packing up at 1, we'll see you then. And be praying, because this is a lot of work, but it's also a lot of excitement. We are anticipating great things that God is doing. So we'll see you Sunday. Bye-bye.
Hey everyone, I hope you guys are doing well this week. We have some information for children's ministry that I want to share with you. You may have gotten some from Julia a little bit, but I did want to share with you that we had our last Wednesday night of Awana at 424 location. Next week, we will not be meeting for Awana, but junior high and high school will still be meeting, but Awana won't. The location at Divisadero is just not available next week. So March 2nd, we won't be meeting, so you guys have the night off, but we will meet again on March 9th at Divisadero, and that is a junior high in Visalia. So you guys all have been getting flyers and updates, but also if you're not getting text updates or email updates, please call me. I'll get you guys connected. So we're excited about that. Pickup for Awana and drop off will be in the gymnasium. So be on the lookout for your kiddos when you drop them off, and come pick them up in the gym. Also, Sunday mornings, we are moving back to 9 o'clock service and 10:30, but we are still providing children's ministry for 9 o'clock. So it's a little different. We're going back to dismissing kids from service, but nursery from 0 to 3, you can still drop off at 8:45 in our new nursery location. So we'll be emailing you guys a map later as parents, so you guys know where to pick up your kids after service. So we'll dismiss kids and you'll pick up your kids after service. However, we do want you guys as parents to pick up your kids all the way to 6th grade. We're not just going to dismiss them. So we do want you to pick up your kids after class. If you guys have any questions regarding Sunday morning or Wednesday nights, please give me a call, email me. I'll be happy to answer any questions for you. So I hope you guys have a great week.
Hi, church. Just a couple of things to remind you about and keep in front of you. For high school students, this Sunday, we have youth group at 8:30 in the Student Center like we have before. Sunday night, remember, is our Farewell to 424 Fellowship from 6 to 9 p.m. It'll be in the Student Center. Bring your own chair for that because all of our chairs will have been packed up and put away. But we're going to have pizza and soda and just a kind of a fun and sweet, memorable time together, but also time to play games and have some fun. Next Wednesday will be our first Wednesday having grow groups at the Boys and Girls Club. And the address for that is 215 Tulare Avenue. And we're going to all send out through email and text and everything else. We'll send out that address to you. But just a reminder that next Wednesday at the Boys and Girls Club for our first night of grow groups there. And then lastly, we're going to begin canvassing the neighborhood around Divisadero to invite people to join us on Sunday mornings. And that's we started doing that with high school, but it's open to the whole church. So if anyone wants to join that group that's going to begin doing that, you can do that by joining the Remind a Text group app. Just text the message at HSM Diviz and text the number to the number 81010. So the message at HSM Diviz to the number 81010. Join that group and I'll start communicating through that about times that we're going to get together to begin canvassing the neighborhood around Divisadero. So thank you, church, for all that you're doing. It's a great time. I'm excited about what the Lord's doing in us and through us. Love you all. God bless you.
We had a great winter camp for junior high, and so thank you so much for your prayers and your support, allowing these 26 students to go up to winter camp and just have the weekend of their life. And we are so grateful for your support of the students. It was a great weekend. The weather was fantastic. The snow that hit on Tuesday did not affect our travel at all. We came home on Monday, and so that was fantastic. Also, our box sled, you might be wondering, how did that end up? Well, we got third place, and it was our USA All the Way. That was the name of the sled, and they went all the way past the jump, but then they went, off the actual track over the bank, and all these, Hume staff surrounded them, but they were all good and healthy, and they had a really fun time doing that. But our camp had a great spiritual outcome as well, and a lot of our students repented, redevoted their life to Jesus, to say, you know what, I haven't been living maybe the way I profess, but I want to live a more authentic, devoted life for Jesus. And so praise God for the work that he did in the lives of students up at Hume Lake. And our prayer coming off the mountain is really that our students would continue to have that same heart and sensitivity for the Lord, and that would bear fruit in the years to come. But thank you so much for all that you do to love and support our junior high students. We really appreciate you.
Hi, Grace Community Church. I hope you're having a great week. It's been really busy around here. We're entering our last week at 424. So please join us this Sunday, the 27th, for our Farewell 424 Concert of Praise. It's going to be such a sweet time together, cherishing the memories that we've made at 424 and anticipating the future that God is laying out for us as we cross our Jordan River, moving into Divisadero. So join us this Sunday, regular service times. Next Sunday, March 6th, this is our first Sunday at Divisadero. So service times will move to 9 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. And we're going to ask that you bring a chair to sit in. Now, if you forget your chair, there will be chairs. You won't be stuck on the floor. But bring your own chair for Divisadero when you come. Also, children's will be offered the same as it is right now when we move into Divisadero. During the first hour at the 9 a.m. service, there will be nursery, there will be Sunday school, JHM will be meeting, and HSM will be meeting. Now, the children's department will be dismissed from service as we used to do prior to when we came back together after the pandemic shutdown. So your children will start in service with you at the 9 o'clock hour, Sunday, March 6th, and then they will be dismissed after the first few worship songs to go to their Sunday school classrooms. If you have any questions about this, you can email Brittany Kalmink or you can email me here at the church. You can call the church office. We'd be happy to answer any questions you have or clear up any confusion. There's a lot of changes going on. We're trying to be very diligent with our communication to make sure everyone knows where to go and what to bring. But if you have any questions, please do call us. Please email us. Please remember to sign up for our text alerts, our email. We have our Church One Ministry app you can download on your phone. If you need help navigating that, we'd be happy to help you with that. But there are tons of ways for you to stay involved, including watching this letter from home. So if you need help with any of that, we'd be happy to help you, but make sure you're signed up for something so that you don't miss any vital communication that we're getting out as things are changing in the next month. So we're looking forward to seeing you this Sunday and celebrating together. We'll see you soon. Have a great week.
Hey, Grace family. Do you know what year I became a member of the church? It was December of 1992, almost 30 years. And I've had a lot of memories, a lot of experiences at 424 North Lovers Lane. And I look forward to hearing your experiences, the things you want to share, the things that you want to praise the Lord for. And one of the things I'm looking forward to is that we get to do this over pastries and donuts. We're going to have free pastries, free drinks before the first service and in between. So come hungry, come ready for that, and come ready to praise the Lord. It's going to be a great Sunday. Love you guys.
Good Thursday morning. Hey, I have a couple of questions that are complicated, so I'm going to get right to those, but let me just say a couple of quick things. This Sunday, we reported that we were moving directly after the 10:30 service. We have moved that to 1 o'clock, so please know that if you're going to help or you're bringing a trailer, you can go home and get that, get a bite to eat, and be back at the church at 1 p.m. We need all your keys turned in. Please put them in the offering boxes. And then we have a flyer. It's got all the most important things for like when we start worship at Divisadero and, you know, all those kinds of things. Please pick this up. This will answer anything that I could tell you in the news alerts. This will help you as we move to worship at Divisadero. Now, there's a couple of questions. I have two questions there. I'm going to read them both, and then I'm going to try to answer them. With all the capital in hand now, how much financial shortfall are we projecting currently? And the second question is, what is the contractor's construction start date? These aren't easy questions to answer. Let's start with what we know for sure. We currently have about $6.2 million in our Enter the Land fund. That's the capital in hand now. We have been approved by Christian Financial Resource, which is a nonprofit organization that works to help people build churches. They're not a bank. They're a ministry organization, and they have approved us for a $5 million line of credit. The paperwork is yet to be completed, and we expect that will be completed in approximately 45 days or so. We can't start construction until the line of credit is complete. Therefore, if we stay on that timeline, we would project that we would start construction hopefully around mid-April. Now, once we start construction and bills start coming in, we will first use our capital in hand, the $6.2 million. We will not draw on the $5 million line of credit until our $6.2 million is used. We don't pay anything on the line of credit until we draw on it. And when we draw on it, we only pay interest on those monies that we use in the line of credit. That stays in effect for 3 years. At the end of the 3 years, we will then have to negotiate a long-term loan for whatever monies are that we used in that line of credit. Currently, we project that the gap between our capital in hand and what we need to build the ministry center is about 30 to 40% more than we have. The reason we are pushing to get the line of credit in place is because we can then lock in pricing and materials and have a more definitive number to report. It's imperative that we get that in place because costs have been going up dramatically. I'm sure our leaders will report that specific gap once we have it locked down. Now, let me give you some final thoughts. You can do the math. The gap, it's large. And staying with the theme of the messages that Pastor John has been preaching, the gap is our Jordan, and we have to cross that to enter the land. We have stuck our toe in. We're now waiting to see how God's going to help us to care for that gap. Would you begin praying how God will use you? Would you pray about what God would have you do in relation to giving to enter the land? Giving to enter the land now will add to our capital in hand. That will increase the time we have before we have to draw on the line of credit, and it will lower the amount we will have to finance at the end of the 3 years. And wouldn't it be wonderful if God's people came together, gave, and we didn't have to use any of that line of credit? That is certainly possible in the Lord. Now, I want to share with you one more, maybe call it a concern, a caution. When it comes to giving in our church, we have two terms: undesignated giving and designated giving. Undesignated giving is when you give to the Lord's ministry and you don't say where it goes. That's your tithe. Like when we give a tithe, we give that to the church to use for the ministries of the church. It's not designated. Designated would be we designate where it goes. For example, I give my offering regularly, and then I designate another offering to go towards enter the land. Now, sometimes I share this with you because sometimes people will reason, well, I'll just take my tithe and offering and I'll just designate it to enter the land to help with that. Obviously, you can do whatever the Lord calls you to do, but I want to remind you that Malachi 3:10 says that we are to bring our tithe into the storehouse. If everybody took their tithe, or what I'm saying, they give to the ministry of the church, and they diverted it to enter the land, we might have money to build the building, but we wouldn't have any ministry left. We have to give to the Lord's ministry, to the storehouse. That's how we care for our missionaries. That's how we do ministry. That's how we keep the lights on, if you will. So what I'm asking us all to think, to do, is to pray, how would God have us give? Beyond, over and above, I used to hear, our tithes and offerings. If we all sacrifice and we are moved by the Lord and we do what he wants us to do, we can close the gap, and maybe we can even eliminate the gap, and the Jordan River will open up and we can enter the land. God bless you all. Hope to see you on Sunday. It's going to be a great day.